Please be aware that the comments, views, opinions shared on this podcast are not meant to diagnose a medical problem and/or legal problem. If you do have a medical problem or legal problem, kindly contact a professional.
Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Hey, how you doing? This is Jimmy Apple, and you're listening to another episode of An Apple a Day podcast brought to you by www.famousapple.com. How you feeling this week, my friends? Are you feeling better? Are you feeling stronger? You getting out there, getting some fresh air? Excellent. Excellent. Now, if you listened to the mini podcast earlier in the week, I told you we're going to have a good show for you today, and we do. We got it. We got one of our better ones today. We're going to talk about socialization and dating, not online dating, dating. This is good. This is going to be a good one. I've been researching this for a while, and I came up with quite a few sites for you to go in and post your profile and meet people. It's better than going out and have to go to bars and hope for the best. This way here, your profile's out there, people know about you, and bam, you can make an instant connection. But before we do that, I want to let you know, every week I let you know about the numbers that we're getting here on the podcast, and we're a team, you and I. Because if you weren't out there listening, I wouldn't be doing this. Well, why would I do it? I'd be talking to myself. But the numbers that we're reaching are phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. Now, we only started back the end of November 2017. And the combined numbers with December are less than this week. Actually, the combined numbers for the month of January and February are less than this week. We've picked up a number of listeners, and I think it's great. Plus, we picked up a new country. We picked up England. We got listeners in Greater London area. That's great. I want to welcome them to the podcast. We also have listeners in Germany, Ireland. We picked up new listeners in Japan. They're coming on like gangbusters, and I want to welcome them to the podcast as well. I think it's great. And we also have people coming in from Australia, from Greater Melbourne. Welcome to everybody. And now, can't forget about the United States. We got listeners in 48 states right now. And that even includes Nome, Alaska, and Hawaii, the Big Island, Honolulu. So we're getting all over the place. People are coming in. This community is starting to form. And I know I'm happy about it. And I hope you're happy about it too. All right, so let's talk about socialization before we talk about dating. It's important for us to socialize, people with disability. I told you in the beginning that you're going to lose friends and you're not going to feel like you want to go anywhere or do anything. And that's perfectly fine in the beginning. You want to have a pity party for a couple of weeks, that's fine too. But, eventually that kind of gets old and you start trying to do other things. You start trying to get back into the swing of things, but you also found that you've lost friends. They maybe not have been able to handle your disability, and that's fine. But you still have friends that they look past your disability. And you want to know something. Those are your true friends. The people that can look past your disability, look at you and say, well, you're still the same person that you were before you got hurt. You got hurt, and I hope you feel better. But the people that you lost, the people that ran away from you, they weren't true friends. They were just acquaintances that you came across. And you can't blame them. Some people just can't handle being around people that are disabled. But you know what? That's their loss. Because disability, and I've said this again and again, a disability doesn't define you, and you can't let a disability define you. If they're looking at you outside, beauty on the outside only lasts but so long. What's inside of you is what counts. So if you're a beauty on the outside, but you're a beast on the inside, the beast is going to last a lot longer than the beauty. And the people that realize that, those are your true friends. There's plenty of places for people with disabilities to go and meet new people. And you may laugh at me, but church meetings. You can go to church. Churches have meetings for everything. everything. They have single parents nights or meet the community night or singles mixers. They have it all. And you might want to go there and do it. Now, I know the fear that you have about doing this because you don't know whether people are going to look at you and be disgusted or they're going to look at you and laugh and think that you shouldn't be there. But you want to know something? They're all there for the same reason that you are. They want to meet new people. And they have the same fears that we have going into something like that. They're afraid that people are going to think, well, I'm too needy, or they're not going to want to talk to me, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny. Everybody has fears. And what you have to do, and it's easier said than done, but what you have to do is put them behind you. Don't look back at them and just take the plunge. Go in. If you want, you can start by going online and go into these chat rooms and the chat boards and start interacting with other people on there. And that's like putting your toe in the water to see if the water's warm. But you go on these places and you meet people, and then you get to practice before you go out and meet people in public. So it's a good place to start. Like I said, you're sticking your toe in the water. Make sure it's warm enough for you to jump in. The one thing I will tell you about being on the internet, if you've noticed, if you've ever gone into any of these chat rooms or chat boards or message boards and you read some of the profiles, the most beautiful people with the most beautiful bodies and the best jobs all go on that chat board. Do you believe that? I don't. People go on there and they say that they're able to be who they aren't. They're able to live a fantasy life. And that's not fair to the people that they're talking to. I've seen people on there that say they're 6'6", they're 220 pounds, they run marathons, they bench press 600 pounds, they work for an engineering firm, and they've been to the moon and back. Do you believe that? I don't at all. So be honest when you go on there. Tell them. Be honest right up front, because the whole thing is you don't want to trick people into wanting to talk to you. You want people to talk to you for who you are. So you go on there and you tell them, well, I'm disabled, I have hearing aids, and my eyesight is bad, and you put it out there. And guaranteed, at least one person is going to come back to you and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And this might not be the love of your life. This might not be anyone that you're interested to go out with, but it could be someone that you could be friends with. You might have a lifelong friend with this person. You could Skype with each other. This way you can actually see what each other looks like. You can trade phone numbers and you can talk, and it's great. You're talking to somebody else instead of talking to yourself, if that makes sense. But you can try it that way. But you also have to think about getting out. And like I said, one of the big fears, one of the tremendous fears, is that people aren't going to accept you with your disability. Like in my case, I'm going to go out somewhere. I worry that people aren't going to accept me because I'm in a wheelchair. But you know what I found out too? If they don't accept me, that's their problem. That's their loss. They're judging me because of my disability. And that's their problem. They want to be prejudiced against a disabled person. Nothing I can do to change their mind. And I'm not going to try and change their mind because they've already prejudged me. But you're going to find people that can look past your disability. They can talk to you and realize that you're a genuine person on the inside. You're a nice person. Now, the other thing, there's hospitals too that have these meetings, these disability meetings, and they can have meetings about special handicap, and they could also have meetings just in general for disabled people. The whole thing is you go to these meetings, now you can't be prejudiced against other people who are disabled. They're just as genuine as you are. I've heard disabled people say, oh, look at that. I don't want to go over there and hang out with that guy. He's got glasses the size of Coke bottles. Well, what difference does that make? He needed them to see. You got the nerve to say to him, because he has glasses, that you don't want to talk to him, but here you are walking with 2 crutches. So maybe he doesn't want to talk to you. But the whole thing is the same way you want people to know you on the inside, you have to be that way with other disabled people. Don't make them feel bad for who they are, because we're all in the same boat. There's going to be people you're going to meet that are disabled that want to be your friend, and maybe their disability is very noticeable. I'm friends with people that have Down syndrome, and you know what? These guys have a lot to talk about. We talk about football, baseball, fishing, and they're well versed in it. People are prejudiced against people with Down syndrome. They think that there's something wrong with them mentally. There's not. They just need a chance to meet people who are going to take them as they are inside. People look at them and go, I don't know. I don't know about this guy. I don't want to look funny being with this guy. Well, maybe he doesn't want to look funny being with you or being with me. He doesn't want to look funny being with a guy with one leg. So he's taking a chance on me the same way I'm taking a chance on them. And we end up being the best of friends. We get together, we can sit down and talk, and it's just nice. So you can't be prejudiced against other disabled people. Now, here's another way to go out and meet some people that maybe you never thought about. You ever hear of speed dating? Again, you're probably saying, oh, they're going to think badly of me, or they're going to think I'm some kind of freak or something like that. Don't you think the other people going in there have that same feeling? They're going to be thinking that you're going to think they're desperate. Well, once you go in, the same thing with the church meetings. Once you go in and you start to talk to some of these people, all of those feelings disappear and you notice you're having a good time. Now you go to speed dating, there could be 20, 25 people, and you're going to sit down for 3 or 4 minutes and talk to these people and sell yourself to each one. And if nothing else, at the end of the night, you talk to 25 nice people that are all out for the same thing you are. So it's good. Now you go home or you go out somewhere else and you'll get a message on your phone or on your computer that so-and-so would like to speak further with you. And they found you interesting. And they say, well, it's up to you. What do you want to do? And you look at their profile and you remember who it is. And then you go, oh, yeah. And you write back and you say, yeah, let's switch phone numbers. And you get another message with her number or his number, and they get your number. And it starts from there. And you start talking, and who knows where that's going to lead. Now, the other thing is, like I said to you, I have a list here in my hands, as you can hear, of dating sites for disabled people, which I think is pretty cool. I didn't even know these places existed until I started doing the research on them. And this isn't just disabled people meeting disabled people. There's able-bodied people on these sites as well who are interested in meeting interesting people who happen to have a disability. You might think, or you might hesitate saying, I don't want to meet someone else in a wheelchair, which is kind of silly. It's kind of rude, actually. It's kind of stupid when you get down to it, because you're in a wheelchair. You want people to come and meet you, but you're going to be prejudiced against somebody else? That doesn't make sense now, does it? I don't know. And we just got to get these feelings out of our head. We know what it is to be disabled. We know what it is to have people look at us and maybe not want to be bothered with us. So we can't push that on someone else who happens to be disabled. Give everyone a fair chance. You meet these people and maybe they have a disability. Well, you know what? Give them a fair chance. Talk to them. See what they're like. Find out what their lives are like. You're going to find you have a lot in common with them. And like I said, you can make a lifelong friend, or you can make a lifelong partner out of them. Sometimes it gets me mad. It gets me so mad when I see people prejudging other people because of a disability. It doesn't define us. I don't know how else to say that. I'm going to say it again and again and again. Disability don't define us, and we can't let them define us. And if people try to make them define us, we have to set them straight. Now, I'm not talking about punch them in the nose or anything like that, but you have to be able to show them that you're more than just a disability. And it's going to depend on your attitude a lot of times. Like if you go out and you sit in a corner and you go, woe is me, I'm disabled, people don't want to meet me. You don't know because you never gave it a shot. And if someone comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? They don't want to know your whole diagnosis. It's a way of saying, hi, how are you? If you start giving out your diagnosis, like, oh, I got hit by a car and now I have to go for another surgery and I'm spitting up yellow stuff and I got green stuff coming up every time I cough, people are going to go, oh my God, and walk away from you. Just be a regular person. If before the disability, someone came up and said, hey, how you doing? You turn around and go, hey, how you doing? And you'd start talking. Well, what's the difference now? If there's a problem with the disability, a lot of times it's in your own mind. And if that's the case, you can't let it be. You can't let other people do it to you, and you can't do it to yourself. That's what it comes down to. You have to demand respect. I shouldn't say demand. You have to command respect, and you have to give respect. Like the old saying goes, you got to give respect to get respect. But the minute you let someone else define you by your disability, or the minute you define yourself by your disability to another person, you've lost. And There's so much more to do. You don't want to lose. All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, 30 seconds. And when we come back, we're going to talk about dating sites for the disabled. Yes, I said dating sites. Who knows? You go on these sites, we may hear wedding bells in the near future, and I expect to be invited. So just give us 30 seconds and we'll be back and we'll be talking about dating and meeting the love of your life. All right, we'll be back in 30. I'll see you on the other side. An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. FamousApple.com is the home site for this podcast. There you're going to find articles about the topics we discuss. You're going to find our connections to our Facebook page. And you're even going to find connections to our private chat board. So take a minute, go over, visit www.famousapple.com, but please wait till the end of this podcast. Don't run out on me now. Let's get back to the discussion. And we're back. I know you're waiting for that list of dating sites. That's probably made the 30 seconds even longer, right? All right, but just before we start, I want to share some tips that I got from the experts online. When you're building a profile, the most important thing you can do is put a picture of yourself on it. Now, when you're putting that picture up, make sure a couple of things. See, hygiene, even in a picture, means a lot. So make sure your hair is clean. Make sure, guys, that you shaved that month of beard stubble off your face. Make sure you've washed your face and your eyes look clean and bright. Cut that hair around your ears or in your ears, whatever it is. And put on a clean shirt. Same thing for you, ladies. Style your hair, clean your hair, put on some makeup, a clean top. Remember, smile. You just didn't graduate boot camp in the Marine Corps, so you can smile. A picture means everything. You don't want someone to look at a picture and say, oh my God, I can smell their breath from here. You want them to look at you and say, wow, I want to meet this person. So that's what your profile picture means a lot. That's the first thing people see about you. Now you have your profile. But before you start on your profile, remember this. You're disabled. You're telling people you're disabled. Don't lie. Don't make yourself sound like Superman when you're really Clark Kent. So you're disabled. They know you're disabled. So don't start telling them, well, I go skydiving and rock climbing and I've surfed all the big waves out in Hawaii and I go down to Australia to surf even more. I wrestle alligators. I fist fight sharks. It's nice. It's fantasy, but it's a lie. And once you come off as a liar, people are going to know you as a liar. So you don't want that to happen. As well, when you put all these lies up there, you know, your profile is out there for everybody and anybody to see. What you got to think about is maybe, just maybe, an inspector from the insurance company or Social Security or Workers' Comp is going to pick up on this file. They're going to look at it and say, yeah, this looks like the guy that I have on file here. Wait a minute. He said to us he can't get out of bed, and now he's skydiving and rock climbing and fighting alligators and sharks. Time to check on him. So you're going to have a lot more questions to answer than just a lie on a profile to another data or potential data. So be careful what you put out there. Now, another thing is have a space there to put some pictures of what you do. Again, be careful what you post. If you're posting saying, this is me skiing, but you're not giving any kind of date on it, like this is me skiing in 1994, and here in 2018, you actually can't walk. Again, anyone can pick up on these profiles. They see these pictures. You're not differentiating any dates, and you're telling them, yeah, I go skiing. That's you in 1994, but you in 2018, you can't walk. Be careful what you put up there. All right, so let's get started here with this list. You can either write this down, or I'll be posting this list on www.famousapple.com later on. Let's start with the first one here. It says the largest database of singles with disabilities. Sounds good, right? Simply put, Match.com has more singles than any other dating site, and that includes singles with disabilities. Dating is a numbers game, so why wouldn't you want to have the most profiles to browse through and choose from as humanly possible? Match.com allows you to easily search and filter profiles for those with disabilities, as well as list your own disability on your profile if you so choose. Now, the thing about Match.com is they have 13.5 million users a month. That's 13.5 million. All right, the URL for Match.com is www.match.com/free. That's www.match.com/free. All right, our next one here says they have 80% of their members hold a higher education degree. The audience on Elite Singles is more serious and open-minded than those you might find on other dating sites. We'd attribute this to the fact that 82% of its users have earned a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate degree, or any combination of them all. You can feel comfortable expressing who you are, the kind of life you live, and the values and beliefs you hold dear, and you're sure to find someone who feels the same way. Now, their monthly users total in at 290,000 users, and the website for this dating site is www.elitesingles.com/free. That's www.elitesingles.com/free. All right, our next one here, they say it's casual dates and less serious than Match.com. Zoosk is quickly gaining in popularity with disabled singles due to its search and filtering capabilities similar to those of Match.com. Its demographic tends to skew younger than that of Match.com, usually 18 to 28 years old. So Zoosk is a favorite for younger daters seeking more casual, fun dates rather than a long-term commitment. Their monthly users total out to 3.8 million a month. 3.8 million people. All right, the URL for them is www.zoosk.com/browse-free. That's www.zoosk.com/browse-free. That'd be worth checking them out. Now, the next one is actually from England, so this might be good for some of our listeners, but it'd be good for everybody. You never know, you might get a pen pal from across the pond. Disabled dating goes across the pond. Specializing in the UK, this site offers constantly expanding membership across a broad range of disabilities. Privacy is emphasized and carefully considered in their approach, along with detailed tutorials on making the most of your online profile. The site brings its tools along for your date with a new mobile version. Members can search by area, disability, and interests. So that seems pretty interesting. That seems pretty cool. Now, they don't give us a monthly user, but I do have a URL for them, and it's www.disabilitymatch.co.uk. That's www.disabilitymatch.co.uk. Give it a shot. Make a pen pal. Maybe you get someone that's visiting from England. All right, this next one, they say that they're helping everyone find their special match. My Special Match was created by a husband and wife team who have a daughter with special needs. They wanted to create a space where she and others like her could find friends and potential partners in a fun, safe, and private space. We wanted to do something that would allow our daughter and everyone like her the opportunity to interact with others, give each and every one of them the chance to find that special someone. My Special Match is that something. Our hope is that all adults with special needs can utilize this website to reach out to those with similar interests, dreams, and forge some long and meaningful relationships. We hope that this can make a difference in all of their lives. That sounds interesting too. The URL for this is www.myspecialmatch.com. That's www.myspecialmatch.com. Let's move on to the next one here. This one says a brand new private dating site and social community for disabled people. Not only is Special Bridge a truly special dating site for singles with disabilities, but it's also a truly special networking site for anyone living with different mental, physical, and emotional ability levels. From finding someone special to share your life with, or sharing stories with someone who fully understands you, Special Bridge really is bridging the gap for love, friendship, and support. The URL for this one is www.specialbridge.com. That's www.specialbridge.com. SPECIALBRIDGE.com. Now the next one, it says small site helping the differently abled. Since 2002, the team at Whispers for You has been helping thousands of disabled singles find love and companionship. They cater to those seeking everything from simple chats to finding solid dating potential or even landing the one that you want to keep. Video tutorials are in place for helping set up killer profiles and how to best utilize webcams safely. Free and paid membership options are available. Now, on social media, these people have 3,435 followers. They have 1,034 likes. And their URL is www.whispersforyou.com. That's www.whispers4u.com. All right. Next one here is no border exists in the heart of the disabled. A highly customized profile is the key to Soulful Encounters approach, featuring not just chat and messaging, but a member radio station on site. Soulful Encounters has no monthly fees and a vibrant growing membership for you to engage with. Success stories and testimonials praise the site's usefulness, partly thanks to heavy social media pulse. Social clout, they've got 395 likes. The URL for this dating site is www.soulfulencounters.com. That's www.soulfulencounters.com. All right, our next one here is meeting disabled singles isn't impossible. Meet Disabled Singles faces the challenge of finding like-minded individuals head-on through the digital flirts and searchable members. Potential partners can be sorted by region, sexuality, religion, and type of disability. Live video chat rooms are available when you find someone you'd like to chat up. Believe them when they say, spend a couple of minutes and let us be your Cupid. Okay. The URL for this is www.meetdisabledsingles.com. That's www.meetdisabledsingles.com. Our next one here is creating love in a safe environment. This free site is specifically designed around helping people with all types of disabilities make those true connections of love. Through joint respect and understanding, they encourage members to find what's missing in their lives. Their emphasis is on maintaining a positive web atmosphere for their members in a secure environment. The URL for this one is www.disabilitydating.com. It's www.disabilitydating.com. You still with me here? You haven't left to go check out any of these sites yet, have you? So, our next one. They say where romance is only a click away. Dating for Disabled connects thousands of members through chat, a companion blog, and forums. The importance of the internet dating safety is emphasized with advice and links to better protect yourself. With a lively and growing membership, this site is built around empowering the disabled community to make real connections that last. That sounds nice. The URL for this site is www.datingfordisabled.com. That's www.dating4disabled.com. Now our next site. This is offering a reservoir of content on all things dating. A free dating and social networking community specifically built for disabled singles, Disabled Passions, offers secure email, free chatting, extensive message boards. Partnered with more than 200 niche dating sites, their resources include a ranking of the best print and internet offerings for the disabled, plus a selection of favorite games. Check out videos and fun stuff for the latest laughs. Their URL is www.disabledpassions.com. That's www.disabledpassions.com. And our last one here is founded by people who understand. No Longer Lonely is unique in that it specializes in helping those with mental disabilities find meaningful romance. Offering a direct approach, the site is specifically targeted to those with certain types of diagnosis, from schizophrenia disorder, depression, obsessive-compulsive types, and the bipolar. Their aim is to cater to the needs specific to those conditions. Okay, and their website address is www.nolongerlonely.com. That's www.nolongerlonely.com. Well, there you have it. That's the list that I have, that I've searched the web up and down for, and I'm going to search for more, and as I get them, I'll put them up here. But now I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't forget who put you guys together here. So if there's wedding bells, I expect an invitation. If not, at least a special mention in your programs. I want to remind you one more time, you're not a prisoner. You're not tied to the house. You're not tied to the bed. You're still a human being. You're allowed to interact with other human beings. Don't feel funny about going out and enjoying yourself. You have a disability. We know that. You adapt. You overcome. But don't let it anchor you down. Don't let it tie you down to your house or to your bed. You're better than that. Okay? So now, look, I don't expect anyone to stop following the podcast now that you have these links to go out on dates with. But what you can do for me here, I'd appreciate it after I set you up on these dates. What I'd appreciate you if you would do is give us a rating in the box below. Send us a couple of comments. Let us know what's happening. Let us know how the dating is going. And if you want, you can always email me at admin@www.famousapple.com. All right. Thanks a lot for stopping in this week. Watch out for the mini podcast for next week. And I'll talk to you then. Have a great, great day.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.